to last. Gotta get up, stop wasting time. Yeah, I wanna run off and fly. And I'll tell myself it's fine to be alone, just to find somewhere that finally feels like home. Oh, oh, oh. I hate all this overthinking. Oh, 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 oh. The more I swim, the more I'm sinking. Take me to a world of silver. No more heartbreaks, tears, painkillers. Take me somewhere unfamiliar. Bring me back to where we started out. Get me out of now, to where we started out. Get me out of now, to where we started out. Oh no, empty hearts and neon lights. They're playing with my mind. Gotta get out of here tonight. Oh, I wanna run off and fly. And I'll tell myself it's fine to be alone, just to find somewhere that finally feels like home. Oh, oh, oh. I hate all this overthinking. Oh, 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 oh. The more I swim, the more I'm sinking. Take me to a world of silver. No more heartbreaks, tears, painkillers. Take me somewhere unfamiliar. Bring me back to where we started out. Get me out of now.
Hello everyone and welcome to my coloring corner. My mic didn't want to turn on. How is everybody today? It is Collection Selection Saturday and it is time to choose a new set of pencils to work on our Noam Levi from Shop Quirky Designs on Etsy. She is one of our artists that are on our Facebook group. So this will actually go into our event album for the Celebrate the Artist Month. So that is what we are going to be doing today. Hello Trippy, hello Dawn, hello Calamity, hello Bee. Hello everybody and all of you lurkers out there, welcome, welcome, welcome. I have pinned an exclamation point commands up at the top of the screen. That will take you to all of the Nightbot commands so that you can look up anything that you need to look up. I have put in Noam's link as well as the links for the other artists that we've been working with this month. So this month so far, what we have done is we have colored Allison Neal Designs. These are 2 freebies from her website. If you want to go back to the Saturday we started these and the week that we worked on these, there is a link to her website for the free pages. We also completed Nori Art Coloring on Etsy. She has a very large selection of AI assisted and hand reworked pictures that different coloring books that are absolutely gorgeous. If you didn't see the completion of this one, I will turn on the light very quickly here so that you can see the sparkle. So it is very sparkly. It has all the glitter. So that one was completed last week. We're going to turn that off. My camera's going to adjust. And this week we will be coloring Noam Levi. Her shop on Etsy is Shop Quirky Designs. And she is, as I said, a member of our Facebook group. These are available in our Facebook group free of charge. But of course, make sure that you head on over to her Etsy and show her some love as well. Thank you. I appreciate that. So this week we are going to be utilizing, hello Alex. We're going to be utilizing our color palette book from Radu Frazi or Phrase. I'm not quite sure how to say it. But we are going to use a color palette for one of these pictures. So we will be choosing that after we choose the pencils. Yeah, I love the cottage too. It turned out so nice. The little fairy house. It turned out so nice. All right, so how is everybody's week? I hope you've all had a good week. Let's sit and chat for a little bit and have some coffee and wake ourselves up. It's early in the morning for me. Well, it's 10 a.m., but, you know, it's early enough. I have not had enough coffee today. Yesterday I had a migraine so bad that I went to sleep with a bag of peas on my head, frozen peas on my head, just to calm it down enough that I could go to sleep. Needless to say, nothing got done yesterday, but yeah. We did get the hole in the backyard filled up under the stairs, so Shyla will no longer fall in a hole when she falls down the stairs and will not be difficult to get up, which is great. Yeah, I'm glad you're good, Dawn. I'm glad you're feeling good. I have been a little bit worried about you. Every time I see you, you're not feeling well. Oh, wow, new neighbors. Yeah, it was a horrible. I don't know what's been going on this past couple of weeks, but I've been getting headaches almost every day. So it's been annoying. I can't do anything when I have a headache. I just can't concentrate on anything. It drives me crazy. New neighbors across the street. Good neighbors or bad neighbors? Or don't know yet. Ah, nice. Well, that's good. That's good to have, you know, somebody else in the neighborhood for Austin to hang out with. Yeah, no, it's been annoying. I don't know what it is. I think the trigger yesterday was my son sprayed for ants because we get those little tiny black ants in the house whenever it rains. So I think my kid sprayed for ants and the smell of the chemical just went bleh. Nice. That's awesome. It's always good for the kids to have somebody to hang out with. Not only does it help them, but it helps you. I'm going to adjust the camera here because it's a little bit askew. There we go. Now you get to see them all straight. Good. I'm glad they're awesome neighbors. All right, so we've got our collection cauldron here that was created from a friend of ours through the 3D printing designs. They actually made me a special top with little colored pencils floating and coloring books. Awesome! And in the cauldron, we have all the colored pencils in the collection other than watercolor pencils and crayons and that sort of thing. These are just the colored pencils. I have taken out the ones that we have already used. No problem. I kind of figured there was something up. I hadn't seen you and didn't see you in stream on Wednesday, so. All right, so who's ready to pull a set of pencils out of the cauldron? Shake it all up. Make them dance. Yes, lots of pencil choices in here. So, are y'all ready? That makes me want to sing, are y'all ready for this? All right, here we go. I'm not seeing anybody's ready, so Dollar General wants me to shop. Hello, Dee. Welcome, welcome. We're just choosing the pencils. Here we go. Here we go. I got a pencil selection here. Who wants to see what it is? Do we want to look or do we want to choose again? I don't know what it is, so let's look. The Brutpruner macarons. That might be interesting. Huh. Well, that's what we got. So that's what we're going to be using. So that makes this even more difficult. Because now we're going to use the Brutpruner macarons, which are very pale light colors, which is great for these pictures. However, let's see what we get out of here. So these are the cards for Radu Fraze's thing. So we're going to slide them over here. Well, we'll slide them both. It doesn't want to slide very well. All right. So, got my eyes closed. I'm gonna Well, at least it's a pastel toned choice. So that is the color palette that we're going to be using on the fairy girls here. Just one of them. We're not going to do both of them with this color palette, just one of them. All right, now hopefully we have some skin tones in the macarons. Hello, Catherine. Yes, like playing poker. Good afternoon, Catherine. How are you doing? I am sorry I did not come into Discord yesterday. I had a horrible, horrible migraine that did not want to go away. It just wanted to hang out and make me miserable. Alright, so I need to find the pastels. I think it's this one. Nope, that's metallics. There we go. Alright. And got those. Then we'll have to pull this swatch chart here. Brutpruner. There we go. So for anybody that has the Brutpruner macarons, you can follow along with the page. It is free on the Facebook group. It is listed in our artist album, I do believe. And let's make sure I've got the Brutpruners here, because there's two different sets in here that are very similar to each other, and I have mixed them together. Isn't that fun? So I'll try to make sure that I pull the brute funers, because I have mixed the Pastel Love and the brute funers together. So I will try to make sure that I only pull the brute funers. Oh, I am sorry, Catherine. That's how I felt yesterday. I do try to be organized, but yes, I did get lucky on that palette choice, that's for sure. uh, so we are going to start with her skin tones. So we're going to start with Cork. I'm going to switch it over to the close-up camera here. Maybe. My close-up camera froze. Hold on. Okay, for some reason my close-up camera froze, so let's get this fixed. We may have to just use one camera. I don't know what happened to this camera. Let's do this. Yeah, even my properties doesn't work. Deactivate, activate, deactivate, activate. Nope. Don't know what happened to my camera. It just decided, nope, I don't wanna. Sorry about this, guys. Well, I am glad you are here, Catherine. I do appreciate you coming to stream. All right, let's see if we can get this thing to work. Well then. My camera has decided yet no. Let's check this one. Nope, it's not picking up the camera. All right, so we're going to go over to our main camera, and I will have to fix that after stream. Let's move you in. So this is going to be a ride. Sorry about that, guys. So we're going to color this one here, and I'm going to try to keep it in screen because my close-up camera doesn't work right now. I don't think so, but you know, I don't think that's the case, my dear, but let's use sea fog first. I know I said cork, but we're going to use sea fog first, and then we'll use some cork. So sea fog is B1476 is sea fog. And give it a quick sharpen. Oh, it is fine. I'll figure it out, Dawn. And then we're going to start on her skin. So we've got shadow area up here and down here. Does make looking up at the chat a little bit harder. Cork. Cork, not pork. Starts with a C. I love the macarons. They are so smooth. And I'm glad they were chosen because I haven't used them a whole lot since I got them. It's one of those pencils that I just forget to use, even though I really, really enjoy them. I just, because of the palette, I forget to use them. So I'm not sure if you guys can see any of that. Here, let me adjust that. And there, that's a little better. So I'm just putting in the shadows. On her skin. Wow, this top goes very far down in a V. Like it goes all the way down there from here. It is a very, very deep plunging neckline. You're going back to bed. It's all right. If I find the pencil called pork, I will let you know. Although pork wouldn't be a bad color. It's a nice pinky color, yeah. I could have said pork. You never know. I think I said cork, though. You can tell the sun's out. The motorcycles are starting to come out. Being dusted off in people's garages. And the Brute Funer macarons are, I do believe, on sale right now as well, so on Amazon. So it's a good time to choose them. At least they were the last time I looked. Good morning, Susan. Yeah, I know you're already in bed. Watching the stream, relaxing. Again, just putting through all the shadowy areas on the skin tones. I am using Sea Fog, which is a purple gray, a lavender gray. I like to use gray lavenders for the shadow areas just because it gives that pink hue to the shadow, but it still gives the shadow. All right, now the next one we're going to use, I'm going to put this in here so that I don't lose it. The next one we're going to use is cork. Yeah, I'm going to use cork next. Hello, Christina. Welcome, welcome. So I'm just going to go over the grade lavender, extending that shadow out just a little bit. And this side here has more shadow, so I'm just going to fill in that whole area with the shadow colors. And hopefully you guys can see color. I have no idea what happened to my camera. And I can't shut down my computer right now to fix it. So I apologize for the lack of close-up ability and clarity because I'm using a distance camera close up, so it's not very happy with it. So what I'm doing now is I'm just going through and extending those shadows out a little bit and adding a little bit of a skin tone to that grade lavender color, which was Sea Fog. And with my skin tones, I go over top of the first color I put down as well with the second color and over top of the first, second color with the third color and so on. So I move those colors together as I build the skin tone. All right. Good morning, Toko. We are using the Brute Funer colored pencils, the Brute Funer macaron color pencils, and we are working on Noam Levi's work, and her Etsy shop again is Shop Quirky Designs. To get to her Etsy shop, all you have to do is hit exclamation point Noam, which is Noam, and that should bring up a link to her Etsy shop. All right, so that was Cork. Now we are going to go in with Juan Brilliant, if I can find it. I think it's this one. Nope, that's Seashell. There we go. May or may not have made it into your stash. And again, I'm just going right over top of the other colors. And the choo-choo says hello. All right. I apologize for the noisy train. It seems to like to come whenever I'm streaming. Good morning, Chen. Good to see you. Castle Arts, I would definitely use the 64-pound Nina cardstock. I don't use the Starjoy Gold, so I couldn't tell you with that one. It is not a pencil that I use. I have it in my collection, and it works wonderful to sharpen test pencil sharpeners with. When I was testing them, I did find that they worked really well on coloring book paper. I find that most of my pencils work best on the 67-pound Nina. I have a few that work really well on the 110-pound cardstock as well. Oh, of course not. Of course it didn't stop you from going camping. Well, it's not like you're out in public with people or anything. Yeah. Yeah, use the 65 pound. It should be fine. Again, I'm using the Juan Brilliant. Why are you laughing at me, Pamela? It's true. Yeah, it's too wet here for camping. All right, so that was the Juan Brilliant. And the next one we're going to use is Flesh. This is going to be our last skin tone, other than a bit of pink for her cheeks. I think I need a little bit more of that one here. Didn't like how little of a shadow is on her nose here, so I'm just putting in a little bit more of a shadow for that center part of her nose. Again, going on top of all the other colors and then covering up the areas that I've left open. for the highlight. Going over her nails as well. I'll come back through with a different color for her nails when we choose the color for her dress. I really want my other camera to work. All right, now we're going to take a bit of, I think, this one. I'm going to take a bit of shell pink. That's peach. I want shell pink. It's just a little bit of a pink tinge to it so that she's not so yellow looking. And come off her cheek. We don't want her looking all jaundiced. So I'm just blending everything together with the pink. I've never done skin tone with these pencils, so it's a trial and error type of thing. See what colors we need to build those colors together to give us a good, healthy skin tone. We don't want her to look like she is ill. There we go, that's better. That's better. And then we're going to take this one here, which is Cherry Blossom. And we're just going to make this a little bit more pink here. For that cheekbone. I think so. And it all just looks yellow to you guys. You need a pencil holder. All right, so now for her hair. Let's do... Gotta make sure that I'm grabbing the right pencils. Let's start with lilac. Do we want to do her hair green, white colored, Actually, let's do it white colored. Let's work with the whites. So let's start with this one, and this one. So we're going to work with beige, ivory, and sand for her hair. Everybody needs a pencil holder, Bill. Yes, the dragon set is a 36 set. Yeah, the tins are pretty, but yeah, definitely annoying to store them anywhere else. Yes, all of the Black Widows are individual sets. You can collect them all. I do believe at some point they have been talking about coming out with a full 180 set, but with all of the colors in it. But I don't know when that is happening or if that is happening. It may just be a rumor. So we're going to do her hair very light, almost creamy blonde kind of color. So I'm working with the ivory right now as our base. She is going to be a very pale skinned person. I'm going to take that shell pink and just come in through here because I missed it. And a little bit of the flesh. Just because I missed those areas. And then go in with our shadow. There, that's better. Yeah, I have the full 520 set of the Brute Puners. They're wonderful. Do I use them very often? No. But that's why I am doing the cauldron so that I do use all my pencils this year. I want to at least use one set, at least one picture with each set throughout the year. We won't get all of them, but we'll get most of them. We'll get some of them anyway. And I'm not buying any new colored pencils or art supplies, like coloring supplies, like books, colored pencils, things like that, unless they were pre-ordered and I forgot. The book that I showed on Friday, the Gnome Sweet Gnome, I looked it up. I thought I had ordered it maybe, brain said, well, maybe November, October, December area. No, I ordered it in August. I ordered it in August. And that would be why I forgot that I had ordered it. Yeah, I ordered that in August. Nice. 120 polys are really nice pencils. All right, so which one of these is darker? Beige is darker. So let's start with the sand. Just doing little flicks coming off of the part. Following the direction of the hair. And I'm not sure if you guys can even see it. Let's see if I can darken this up just a little bit more. Sorry, I'm wiggling y'all around so you can actually see. Is that better? Can you actually see the color? Stupid thing is I checked the cameras before I went live and they were both working just fine. Those live goblins. Gremlins. Camera gremlins. One of the best ones that I have heard of and that I found, I don't use it as much anymore. It depends upon how big of a desk you have. But the light seems to be a good one. All right. Just going to sharpen my pencil again. Yeah. Yeah, the lights are really good. I have a small one that I keep in the RV for when I'm coloring on the road, but it's rechargeable and they can be quite bright. Help you see what you're doing. You can get them at any Hobby Lobby or Michael's. Pretty sure I got mine at Hobby Lobby. Again, this is just the secondary color. This is not our darkest color yet. So this is just putting in some variations in her hair here, making sure that it's not just yellow, white. I didn't mean to enable, I was just answering a question. Now I'm going through with beige. In the deeper shadow areas. And darken up under here. Well, don't be going shopping because you'll never find it. You'll never get that bar back. All right. And I think I want just a little bit of a darker color just to go in there. So I'm going to use this one here, which is a mustard. Yeah, Joann's has them as well. That's very true. Completely forgot about Joann's. So I'm just putting in a couple of bits of the mustard just to put in a little bit more variation to the color. It will tone down as soon as we add the ivory color. But it's got a little tiny bit of a good brown in it to get that color in there so that it doesn't just look white. Yeah, that works. Now I'm going back through with ivory, and I'm just blending everything together with the ivory. I think I want a little bit more of that mustard down the back here on both sides. And I'm just blending it all together with the ivory. Like so. Alright, and there's her hair. Have a great day, Dawn. Okay, Calamity. Well, hopefully we will see you soon. Glad you stopped in, Dawn. Have a great day. Alright, so now for her dress, I'm going to work into the blue tones. So we're going to use, let's start with Sax Blue, which should be this one here. Oh, that's Smoke Blue. Or Smalt Blue. No, that's Smoke Blue. Where the hell is... Oh, it's way over there. Okay. So I want this side. Ah, there we go. That's where it is. Lavender. So we're going to start with Smalt Blue, which is a purpley blue. And we're going to start under here. Now, this is not drawn all that consistent there, so hoping that I've got clothing. And we're going to come down under this part here. And we're going to do our pleated areas. And this is just a rough in. This is not going to be the final coloring of it. We will be adding some more of this color as we go along. But because I don't choose my palette beforehand, I don't go through and pick out all the colors that I'm going to use. I have to sort of go as I go. All right, so now we're going to use lavender blue. And where's that go in here? Fill in those areas that look like they should have clothing on. And we're just going to come off of the shadowed areas. Again, blending into that shadow color. Like so. Let me know if I go off screen because I'm not used to using this camera this way, so I'm going to try to stay on screen with it, but if I go off, I apologize. All right, now the next one we're going to use is this one here, which is Sax Blue. Again, just putting that in for our shadow. We're just building that shadow up and getting the deepest colors we can for those. For the pleats and the areas that the dress folds over and moves. And then the last color we're going to use is, do we want sky blue or do we want aqua blue? I think sky blue, and then we'll use a bit of horizon blue as well. So coming in with the sky blue. So the sky blue will not be the last color. We're going to use some horizon blue for the last color, because it's a really soft, soft light blue. Just using this sky blue to blend all those darker colors together. And building them up. And the last color we're going to use is that horizon blue, which is over here. Well, so far I've got 4 layers on there. This will be number 5. And then I could probably still add more. It all depends upon how much how heavy your hand is. So like this one here, I'm going to burnish it. This is layer number 5. And if I wanted to put more layers on, I just go over this with a lighter hand and add the other layers. Now because I am pressing a little bit harder, I shouldn't have put as sharp of a tip on that pencil, which is why you see some pencil dust there, because I had sharpened the pencil too sharp. Not the fault of the pencil, fault of the person sharpening it. All right. I'm going to take my little brush there and hit the camera. Sorry, guys. And I'm just going to put another layer down just to make sure that I have it all blended together. All the white spot is got some sort of color in it. Now if I do find that the white spot isn't burnishing down as much as I want it to with the colors that I want to stop at, I will use the blender for it. Alright, now we're going to do this part of her dress as well as her belt area. And for that we are going to go into the green blues. So we're going to start with this one here, which is jade green. And put in the shadow from her arm. And her hands. The folds in her belt line here. And I completely did not follow my color scheme at all. Just saying. I'm sorry guys, I completely forgot about the color scheme. I am so not used to using those. Whoops. We'll do the color scheme on this one because I completely forgot to on this one. So this goes over here because I'm a silly goose. I am so sorry, guys. I completely spaced it. And then we're going to add this one here. Which is cobalt green. Yep, brain just went, yep, nope. Noticed it, but you just decided, well, she'll figure it out. Then she'll be embarrassed and sit there going, okay, I'm a dork. So I'm just going into those shadowy areas, extending them out a little bit. And then the lightest one that we're going to use is ice green. Uh-huh. Yep, yep. Well, I at least tried to stay in with the hair. The white, the rest of it I went, yeah, no. My brain just went, no, I don't want to. I want to do it this color. So we'll do the other one with this one. Just because I obviously don't know what I'm doing. All right, so we're going to put in our jade green. Yeah. Try to keep my hand out of your way. See, I have my desk set up in a way that when I use my close-up camera, I have more arm room. So that I can still use the close-up camera and keep my hand out of your guys' way. With this one, not so much. All right, now we're going in with the cobalt green. Like so. And we'll take our brush and dust it off. And then the ice green. All right. so. And then for the ribs, we're going to go in with this one here. Maybe no. Let's go in with, what's this one? Willow green. Welcome back. Oh no! I just broke willow green. And this is why I have electric pencil sharpeners, because I cannot be trusted with a handheld pencil sharpener. The pencils will break. It's either electric or crank. Otherwise, I will break the pencils. There we have her outfit. Now I can take my blender. So I've got the Caran d'Ache blender here, and I can just burnish that whole area because I'm at the color saturation that I want. I don't want to add any more color, but I do want to blend it into all of the white spot. Like so. I try to go in the opposite direction I colored. However, sometimes for small areas it's a little more difficult. Oh, that's good. Okay, as long as no paws were hurt and all the children are still alive, then you're doing better than I would have been. All right. Okay, there we go with that. So there is her all done. We've got the butterflies to do and the wreath. And like I said, we've already thrown the color palette out the window, so yeah. Oh, let's do her lips, because I have forgotten to do her lips. So we're going to use fuchsia for her lips. Well, I don't know why that's happening. First my camera dies, and then my lights keep on flickering. It's like, please don't go out. No. All right, so now for the butterflies. Let's start with some purple, I think. So we'll go with this one and this one. So these are not going to be, normal monarch butterfly colors because, So I've got lilac and wisteria here. I'm going to give them a quick sharpen. I'm going to use my crank sharpener, so hopefully I don't shake the whole desk. Ah, nice. Yeah, I never mind. You leave the color palette alone. I'll get to it. It'll have some, yeah, I will fix it. I will. We do have this one over here, which will look lovely in that color palette. All right, so we've got lilac, wisteria, and rose gray. And that's going to be the colors of these butterflies. So we're going to start with the rose gray. And you can't see anything. This is ridiculous. And I can't get any closer, otherwise it's going to be right in my way. All right, now we're going to go in with the wisteria. I don't think so. Hello, Diana. Welcome, welcome. Glad you were able to make it. So now I'm going in with the lilac as our lightest color. I really want this camera to fix itself. I want the close-up camera just to fix itself. Nope, it's still not working. Let's see if I can get it working, because this is annoying. Nope. Yeah, it's not even deactivating it. So I use a Razor camera for my close-up camera, and it has zoomability and that sort of thing, so I can zoom in quite closely to make things look easier for you guys to see, basically. All right, so we're going to go in with some oranges and yellows. So we're going to grab our fuchsia, our apricot. Let's see, what's the orangest orange? Well, let's grab Cosmos. And salmon. And this one here. All right, so we're going to use cream, Cosmos, and salmon pink for the next one. I know it sounds weird, but hopefully it'll turn out. So I'm just going to sharpen these up. And start with the Cosmos. And we're going to go in with the salmon. And then the cream. Put a little bit more of the Cosmos up in here. Like so. And then we're going to use this one for our body. So we're going to use Naples yellow for the body. All right. And this one here, we'll do blues and pinks. So we're going to start with fuchsia. Actually, let's do pink and yellow. Then we'll do blue. So start with fuchsia, then we're going to go in with the Cosmos. Just to darken up a little bit of that fuchsia there. And then we're going to go in with Naples yellow. Like so. Alright, and then so many butterflies. This one here we're going to do in our blues. So let's grab this one and this one. And we'll use the cream. Thank you, Diane. I appreciate that. And of course, now my sharpener says no. so we're going to start out here. And you can barely see it. Yes, there's a lot of detail work for the flower ring as well as the band in her hair. Now, if I had printed this full size, it would be a lot less because it would be larger areas. But because I only printed this half size so that I could fit both of them on the page, it makes it a little bit more detail work. Now we're just going to add a little bit of blue or a little bit of yellow to the blue. Brightening up that butterfly a little bit. Alright, now the one in her hair we're going to do in the greens. So let's see, what greens do we have here? What's this one here? So we're going to start with leaf green. Yes, absolutely. You could do this with the softer pencils, but I do find that for really small detail work, I do prefer the oil-based pencils. Alright, and then we're going to use jade green. And then lettuce green. Is your screen stuck or am I? No, I'm not stuck yet. Yes, I do. Yeah, as soon as Derwent came out with the full set of 72 Chroma Flows, I did fill in the set that I previously had because I have horrible full set syndrome. Yes, this picture is in the Facebook group. They are done by Noam Levi in the Facebook group. So if you just look her up and look up her posts in the Facebook group, you'll find the pictures. Otherwise, some of them are listed under the album called Artist Gifts. All right, so the last one we're going to do is this one up here, and we're going to go back in with our peach tones and our pink tones. Okay. So we're going to start with pink. And then we're going to go in with our salmon pink. Actually, no, we're going to go in with this one. We're going to go in with apricot. because why not, right? And then we're going to go in with cream. All right, now we're going to do her head gear here. I'm trying to see what is what, so just going to do this part here in the greens. And my hand is probably right in your guys' way. So I'm using leaf green. Go figure. And then we're going to come in with lettuce green. Absolutely. I did tag her in the post for today's video on Facebook. So if you have difficulties, you can just click her name on the tag in the video post. All right. Then we're going to add a little bit of this yellow. You are fine. Multitask away. Actually, I want a little bit brighter of a yellow, so I'm going to use, what's this one? Nope. I'm going to use that mustard. So I kind of want it to be almost a golden yellow. Like that. Then we're going to take the lighter yellow. Just blend it down a little bit. So this is cream. And I'm just dulling down the mustard just a little bit. Like so. And there we have her all done. Let's do her fingernails. We're going to do those in a purpley pink. So we're going to do those with rose gray. Also, if you want to get to her Etsy store, all you have to do is type in !Noam, N-O-A-M, and that will give you the link to her Etsy store. Okay, there we have her nails done there. So let's do this. That's a little clearer. Not much, but it's a little clearer. And it'll clear up as soon as I drag it out a little bit so that you can see the whole picture. Now we're going to start on, let's see how, oh, we've got a couple of minutes here. So I'm just going to start and show you the colors that I'm going to use for the flowers. So we're going to use Cosmos in here. Trying not to put my hand in the way. So there's some roses here. So I'm going to use Cosmos for that cluster of roses there as my shadow color, as my darker color. Now because these are really small, you will find that the thicker cord pencils are going to take up, well, I am anyway because I have printed it really small. So if you print it half size, your thicker pencils are going to, unless you have a very, very fine point, take up more of the page than you want it to. Now we're going in with fuchsia. Like so. All right. Now I'm going to go with my AFMAT eraser. I'm going to go in and I'm going to put in just a few bits of highlight before I forget to do so. Like so. Because if I didn't do that as soon as I thought of doing it, I would forget to do it. And that would be, the end of my thought process on it, which would not work out well. I need a very light pink, almost a white pink. What color do I need? I need cherry blossom. Which did I use? What's this one? That's peach. So I have cherry blossom out here somewhere. I just gotta find it. Actually, shell pink will work. So I'm just blending it with the very, very light pink, which is going to tone down some of those deeper colors and give us a bit of a highlight area. Like that. So there's our pinks. Now these ones here we're going to do with some blue. And that, with those we're just going to do this. Like that. And then we're going to take that deciding. I'm going to take the mustard and we're going to put it right in the center there. Like that. I'm going to do all the centers in the mustard. And then we're just going to put in a little bit of the blue. So this blue that I'm using is the aqua, which is one of the lightest blues. Like that. And then we're going to take leaf green and we're going to do the branch. Like so. This one up here, we're going to take that Juan or Naples yellow, not Juan yellow, but Naples yellow. Like so. Yes, before I forget, that's the trick. Absolutely. If I don't do it before I forget to do it, I will forget to do it, and it will never get done. And then I'll finish the page. I will be looking at the page going, okay, what did I miss? Oh, I forgot to do this. Yeah. That is the way it'll go. That's the way it always goes. All right, now we're going to use rose gray. Just a little tiny bit, little tiny flicks at the bottom here. And then we're going to use our lilac. And the rose gray here. And the lilac. All right, so we're going to finish this group of flowers up here. And then I think we're going to call it a day. I will zoom it out, so hold on to your internal systems if you get motion sickness, because this is going to be a rocky ride. Just saying. Yeah. Mm, I don't remember either. All right, so I'm going to zoom you out. We will do the color palette for this one because I did forget. Oh, maybe that's what it is, Jen. It's forgetfulness. So we're going to zoom up and we're going to tip you forward so that you're not looking at my chest. And then we're going to adjust accordingly. All right. There, that's better. All right, so there we have her so far. I know it's very pale colors because this is a pastel macaron colored set. We will finish the wreath on Monday, and then we will get started on her on Monday as well. We will, and I will get my thing out here. Hold on. I'm going to put this on there so that I don't forget to use that palette for this one here. So we will use this palette for this fairy. For the woman, we're just going to finish it off using the palette that we're working with, and forget that we chose the palette. All right, guys, until next time, always remember to like, comment, and subscribe to any YouTube artist that you enjoy. Thank you all so much for coming out and hanging out with me. I appreciate you all. And of course, always remember to relax, color, and stay safe, everyone. Until next time, bye-bye for now.